jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, A-Side official. No negotiations needed, period. You already know. 25, we back again with another one. Shout out to those who are inbound that support the channel. Salute to you. Mr. Gumbo, a.k.a. Hot Grease, in the building. What's good? Where you at there, Gumbo? I know you're on the road somewhere. I'm still waiting on that cologne, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going on like 5 years now, man. I'm still waiting on that cologne, bro. I'm trying to, get something different. I'm not a connoisseur like you. Shout out to Haynes Legacy in the building. What's good with it, man? Hope you're feeling well this morning, afternoon, on a Friday. Dodge J in the building. Salute to you. Stickum Boys Fishing and Sport in the building. OG Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more on deck in the building. Salute to you, Bruce. Arnold Brown in the building. I see you. Band on deck. Say what's good, W says in the hottest chat in the game. W says you think Bud would get a fight in before Canelo? Good question. We would definitely get back and get back and get back. Shout out to the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience. Team Tucker Official on deck. What's good? All lives have to change once again. PBC is weak right now. No doubt. No doubt. Wish you nothing but the best, brother. You already know it. You know what I'm saying? Wish you nothing but the best, man. Y'all make sure y'all pray for Haynes' legacy, continued health and prosperity in life. You know what I'm saying? Help the brother get through his recovery. So let's get down to the hot topics of the day. I just wanted to put something up here because I just wanted to get out the way. I didn't want to sitting around and people wondering why I got Showbiz the adult up here. But I just wanted to put something up, because it's so many times where certain people have jumped on the YTC talking about other channels' views, right? And that seems like to be the focal point. But, as I said so long ago, this is not permanent for anybody. You don't own this real estate. And you know, supposedly, allegedly, rumor mill has it. TikTok is on its way out the door, possibly, potentially. Who knows? At one point in time, we had Y2K. They said Y2K, everything is gonna shut down. Everything, you know, is gonna do a massive shutdown, and the world is gonna be in mad dysphoria. It's just gonna be crazy, mayhem, chaos everywhere. That's what they said. But supposedly, the first of the social media platforms, TikTok, due to security breach of privacy and all that, it's supposed to be out on its way out the door. So now you come to the YTC, and I remember so many people just basically screwing over their real careers because they couldn't stop going live when they supposed to be at work. You know what I'm saying? Driving public transportation, doing all that other stuff, or just telling the wife, hey, I think YouTube is something I want to do for the rest of my life. And the way the super chats are looking, I think I can make it. We can get rich. Okay. But check this out. You know how I always say that if it was really like that, people's getting all these views and everything, they'll be able to hold at least 1,000. You know, something to register up, a level up to their viewers. Because I'm not taking too long on this. But look at this right here. This is Showbiz the Adult. Look at how many people's watching him. 2,705. Now, the reason why I post this up here is because that just goes to show you he has levitated. A lot of people up here continue to tell people over and over again that they're doing big numbers and so and so. I don't fuck with them because ain't nobody listening to them. But I'm look, this dude, 2,705, he's doing the damn thing. I don't think I've seen any other content creator that's here at this present time that's putting in work like that. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's elevated, he has close to 3,000 tuned in watching him. You know what I'm saying? Not like some people be paying for subscribers and they register high numbers and then decrease all the way down to the ground floor, back up. They grow up to this 12th floor, back down to the ground zero. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Showbiz doing your thing, bro. Let's keep it moving. As you already heard, I know you heard the shit. I know you heard this. I want to go back in time for a minute. Man. Because I just want to remind y'all when I put this milk carton out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to remind y'all of when I put the milk carton out there. These are my live streams that I did on Errol Spence Jr. one point in time. As, you know, Bud Crawford, whatever the case may be. Right? Let's just go through some of the titles. I just want to take you down memory lane because from what I heard that Spence dropped out of the fight with Fundora. Now, the funny thing is that wasn't we informed that Crawford, a lot of people saying that Crawford ducked Fundora because he agreed to allow the fight to happen between Errol Spence, and then come to find out the WBO wouldn't approve Errol Spence. They wouldn't approve it. It wasn't so easy as just we can make this happen. We can allow the WBO to pretty much approve Errol Spence, who don't have any belts or anything. Well, it seems like the train has hit the station. It look like the train has stopped and they have debarked. Let's take a stroll now. Some of the shocking is Spence being totally honest with the fans. End of the year awards. Errol Spence unanimously. No shocker. Spence trained in the UK. You know, these are kind of current. But as we get to the older, you know what I'm saying, the nonsense breaking. Errol Spence, sparring partner, 10 minutes of fame, still injured. You know, Marvelous Jarvis. Errol Spence set record straight amidst weight gain. Y'all remember this right here, right? Y'all remember that? Admits weight gain, partying after accident. Okay, let's keep on going. Was 30 million declined for Crawford versus Spence from Prince, Middle East? Who's really to blame? Errol Spence Jr. breaks silence in the hearts of YTC narratives pushers. This is when he sat down on the rocks with AO. The only real pertinent interview that I ever heard coming out of that platform. I wonder why he haven't revisit that. This right here is Errol Spence retired. Bud Crawford most feared in the welterweight division. Factoid. Now, I put this out there, and I always had Al Heyman behind Errol Spence on this freaking milk carton if you ever paid attention. You know what I'm saying? Warning. Crawford defeating Spence rating has changed. Was 100%, but now it's 250. Errol Spence forced to change image for the dollar bill. Errol Spence forced to change image for the dollar bill. Crawford is Fallout. Spence Charlo no longer on good terms. PBC fighters taking heat for bleeping performances. Check this out. Mall, Mel, Charlo, Errol Spence Jr. aren't their own boss. Forced to pull out. I put Viva the Pull Out Boys. Am I right? Am I right? Because they have pulled out some fights, right? No chance Errol Spence competes with Bud Crawford in rematch unless he fires Derrick James ASAP. I just was strolling through here, you know. Errol Spence sending message. No mas with eye injury. Errol Spence refuses to agree. Terrence Crawford looking to move on. Errol Spence Jr. talks second chance and not letting it go. Is he more dangerous now? That's 4 years ago. That's prior to July 29th. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give Marvelous Jarvis any more fame than he already stole from the people. Look at this. Y'all remember Errol Spence break Bud Crawford like Kunta Kinte. Despicable and shameful. Hike that ball boy. Spence struggling with weight bullying. Easy route while Crawford deserves apologies. No excuses. It's title after title after title of the build up to, on, and after. Hearing Errol Spence drop out a Fundora fight isn't shocking because they always talk about the damage a fighter received, and this is one of them. This is one of those fighters. Unfortunately for this fighter, he was the face of PBC. Errol Spence was the most popular fighter over there at PBC. Now that, you know, Crawford is went in there and did what he had to do, it seems like he's unable to get back to the square. So what do we hear? We heard that somehow, some way, that PBC is blackballing Errol Spence Jr. How could that possibly be that he's blackballing? Was that a way for them to have a reason to seek Errol Spence? Like check this out. Like we were supposed to have a fight date already from Fundora Spence. We just been waiting in limbo, right? So it come around that he makes these comments about Peds on Twitter. Now I was talking to one of my colleagues about this, and I say, how convenient that Spence, who doesn't talk to his fans, he will select to talk about Peds. Really, the only time that he ever really spoke and addressed the fans was talking about a 3% sanctioning body fee. That was at the presser, right? But for him to address a random topic, talking about fighters possibly on Peds, did not make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me, nor a lot of other people that tune in and support the sport. Why would Peds be a topic of conversation for him when we are waiting you to return back to the ring and fight anybody? Fundora just happened to be a name that's been out there just lingering around, man. Just lingering around. I mean, how collisionous has this became? How dark has this came for the PBC? I mean, where are the advocates? I ask this all the time. Where are you all at? I'm asking. Where are y'all location? Have y'all turned y'all location off? Does the bat signal doesn't reach over there where y'all at? Where are you all? I mean, where are all the ones that's hyping it up? Huh? I mean, knockout. You one of them. Where are the live streams? You know, I can understand that's the hate that's coming from over there directed towards Turkey is because of this thumbnail right here. That it seems like the PBC is on fire for quite some time. It's just a slow, steady burn. Martell, where is it? Aren't y'all the big hype men for PBC? What's going on? Why y'all ain't out there helping with the fires? It's too much labor. You know if you out there helping with the fires and not on live, you ain't gonna get super chats. Where are y'all at helping with the fires? I don't hear enough content, nor do I see enough action for you all to come and provide the people that's tuned in and listen on the YTC of what's going on with this. Why did Spence drop out again, bro? Why didn't y'all let somebody know this shit? That was your guy. Am I right or wrong, people? That was their guy. They despise Bud, but why haven't y'all been reporting and stand on point with the timeline and providing people with very important information about the fires that are going on over there at the PBC? Why aren't y'all talking about it? You can talk about everything that goes on with them not cock blocking, them purposely blocking, Crawford out the way from getting a fight. But what about Fundora though? Fundora, we was waiting on this fight. I mean, this fight has been lingering around. We heard, y'all, a lot of content creators talking about Crawford don't want to smoke with Fundora. He stepped aside. I thought he was trying to become undisputed at 154. I haven't heard one of you all say you got the number. Dookie! Dookie, Duke. What about you? Isn't that your boy Dookie Duke? Yo, Dookie. Dookie, where are you? I want to know, Duke. Where you at? Isn't that your guy? Have you not received any updated information? Yeah, I'm addressing it as I suppose. I want to know, bro. Why aren't y'all all these channels that was out here? Where are you all? Why aren't y'all dropping the information from the sources? I just want to know, why aren't y'all dropping the information, providing updates? Why haven't y'all did lives, line for line, detailing provisions that's going to be made? Why aren't we informed? It seems like this fight with Spence, y'all had just left him out there. Y'all are the ones that was rocking with him heavy, but since July 29th, you all have just left the building. And I just want to know, why don't we hear updates that's going on over the PBC? What's going on? Like, can't y'all have Dookie? I know you got some goddamn contacts in there. The way you was talking about, hey man, I sit there and I got Spence. I got his contact. I call. Why hasn't he been on your platform via audio to talk to you one-on-one so we can kind of get an idea of why he's pulling out these fights? Y'all had plenty of time. If you see these content creators, ask them. Why aren't they the ones receiving this information about Errol Spence dropping out with Sebastian Fundora? Why haven't we heard it come off from you all? Any other time before the fight was happening, during these negotiations in 2022, y'all had all the contacts. Oh man, I got somebody. You know, first of all, let me give you the breakdown of Errol Spence. Black male, low haircut, unified champion welterweight division, height 5'11", reach 72, brown eyes, a pimple on his left facial cheekbone, eyebrows, physically fit, boogeyman of welterweight division. His pinky toe, his right pinky toe, curls underneath, you know what I'm saying, a deformity. He has a scar on his left leg. And also, he goes for walks at 3 p.m. every day. And, you know, pound for pound, unified champion, Olympian. Like I said before, resides in DeSoto, Texas. And that's all I got to say, people. He is the truth. They call him the truth. I mean, what happened to all the breakdowns of Errol Spence Jr.? I'm disappointed. I want to know, why is it so difficult for him to return back to the square and face somebody like Fundora? You jumped in the ring. Who authorized Spence to jump in the ring when Fundora had beat Zoo? Because once again, these same people that I'm asking this question to, y'all was cheering. Y'all was cheering. Where are the cheers at? Huh? Where are the cheers at, man? Did they run out of freaking pom-pom, you know, the person who designed and make these pom-poms and really put the colors together? Are they on vacation? Are they still out for COVID? I mean, like, what's going on? We want to know why Spence is not able to face Fundora. Forget who else is in line. Okay, I wish them nothing but the best. Forget who else is in line. And that goes to you, Xander Zayas. You know what I'm saying? Xander, I know you was all happy to face Virgil Ortiz, but I don't see you jumping up there to face. Yeah, this is hot grease moment. Yeah, since the fire's on there, yeah, I'm sporadically calling out some people. You know, you was all happy when Ortiz was saying, hey, you know, we reaching out and all this, but I don't see you jumping over there to fight Fundora. But anyway, for all these guys who were supposedly, you know, Team Spence so hardcore, why aren't we hearing the same language? Ain't nothing changed, right? YouTube's still the same platform, right? Super chats, you know, fly in depending on how much your people support you. You know, at the end of the day, you got the color in there in your chat. Might be a little less or a little bit more for some of you all. But what I want to know, and the people would like to know, why aren't you all informed as to why a fight of this magnitude? Because you all was talking about the rematch with Crawford, right? Why and what is going on? It cannot be just because he just had a paired freaking conversation with a random. They want you to believe it's a random. Talking about pets. What does that have to do with anything? How can you all now all of a sudden saying he's being blackballed by the PBC when he hasn't even been a part of the announcement for a presser yet? He drops out of the fight. The only fight for them to get some pay-per-view worthy numbers, for Spence to get paid something decent. He drops out. His name dropped out again. This has turned into a freaking circus. I'm not going to lie to you. It has turned into a freaking circus. But you know what I like to do, right? I like to, you know, I like to read. You know what I'm saying? Let's take, we're going to stay away from Boxing News 24 today. But I would like to take you over to Boxing Scene. Okay? I want to take you to an article right? Hold on. Okay. This is the boxing scene article with Errol Spence Jr. out, Sebastian Fundora likely to fight in a non-pay-per-view. Unified Junior middleweight champion Sebastian Fundora will likely move onto Amazon. Hold up. Wait a mother effing minute. Will likely move on to Amazon Prime Video. Pay attention now. If I can underline this shit, I would. Non-pay-per-view event on March 29th, following Thursday's news that former three-belt champion Errol Spence Jr. has withdrawn from their planned pay-per-view match scheduled for the same date. He pulled out, finally, Fundora's manager, Samson Likowicz, told Boxing Scene on Thursday, following the Spence news, first reported. I wish him luck. See, what I have to say about Samson, sometimes, you can get complacent in your position. And you went on a campaign to say that Bud Crawford has a no likable style. That means you was receiving orders. That shit was on your mind. You pretty much sabotaged the fight that would have did you justice. For your fighter also, for you all to step in there for a unification match with Bud Crawford. That would have did you justice, but you went around with the orders in hand to smear Crawford's name, who demonstrated once again that all those guys that were saying that Crawford should go over to the PBC and lay at the feet of the Grand Poobah, learn how to take less money, shut up, get on your knees, shit like that, right? He did everything y'all wanted him to do. He signed a multi-fight deal, beat Spence the first time, and then was set up for the second. What does it have to do with him? Nothing. Anyway, it goes on. In the aftermath of the bloody split decision victory over outgoing WBO junior middleweight title Tim Tszyu on March 30th, Fundora was greeted in the ring by Texas Spence, and the pair sought to fight last year before a delay. Spence, 34, Crawford, hasn't fought since his brutal defeat at the hands, make me cough a little bit, at the hands of former undisputed welterweight and current WBA junior middleweight titleist Terrence Bud Crawford. July 2023, yeah, you heard it from me. The T-Mobile Massacre. Yes, it did. It happened July 23. In an interview with Boxing Scene's Trish Dixon in June, Spence laid bare the struggles he had to endure from both the Crawford loss and a harrowing crash of his Ferrari 2019. In quote, I definitely worry about brain trauma, have checkups all the time, and always get scans and all types of stuff to make sure I'm on point, Spence said. Not too many people go high speed in a Ferrari and get thrown, land on solid concrete, and still be here to talk today, still survive, still be coherent. This was traumatic and a brutal experience that I went through. It was definitely serious. What transpired behind the scenes is not entirely certain, but Spence split with his longtime trainer, Derrick James, and they ultimately sued each other. And as the days neared toward the official start of the training camp by month's end, Spence on Wednesday posted a few comments on X. Okay, before I get to this, I want to just touch on something right quick. They talk about Derrick James, them suing each other. The big question to the content creators that was supposed to be A1, the A team for Spence when he was on top. Y'all was the A team for spreading all the rhetoric. Why you don't, or why you couldn't, why you haven't told us who's his trainer right now? Where has he been training? Because I feel like you all was just latched on like a leech Why couldn't you all tell anyone where Spence was training outside of him and Derrick James divorcing? We didn't know where Spence was training. We don't know if he's training. It was like, who's gonna be his next trainer? You know, people start coming out. I don't know. I heard ETB over there talking about, yeah, Spence has got a new trainer. It's out there. Bread man. Yeah, that's him. Bread man. Yeah, that's him. Nothing against Bread man. I'm just saying they was out here just using your name for free. They were sure that was his trainer and Spencer's gonna be back. Well, I'm definitely waiting for somebody to give me some solid damn information as to why Spence, if Breadman was, helping him out that day he was on deck or whatever, why haven't we received any current new information? Why can anyone not explain why he was speaking about this right here? I'm trying to give y'all the best me, he wrote. Boxing so fucked up. That's him. He said boxing, y'all. Now, what is boxing per se? WCS always talks about this. What is boxing? I orientated boxing to a system. Did I not? I told you all that boxing was a part of a system. Now, if you don't have anyone that's providing current updates to the system, anyone can go in here and make their own configurations, right or wrong. It's a system, right? Boxing, when I say a system, boxing is just a huge server. It's so much that's going on in the sport, but really it's no one figure that's actually running the sport. Even with Turki Al-Sheikh's present, it's really not one total president that's designated or approved or voted in to run the sport of boxing. But Spence say boxing is so fucked up. So what he's doing is confirming like the system of boxing is so fucked up because that's what boxing flows in. That's how boxing operates in a system. So if the system is fucked up, then you're going to see it come out and show people. Last month, the WBO ruled it would not consider Spence its champion if he defeated Fundora because he was coming off a brutal knockout loss. He never fought at 154 pounds and isn't ranked in the WBO top 15. But I remember when those individuals was just shitting on Crawford about Spence jumping in the ring and so-called putting up a blocker, an obstacle impeding Terrence Crawford's progress at 154. I remember, just like I remember so much of just the simple, pure hatred. WBO President Gustavo Oliveira told boxing team that Fundora can defend the WBO belt by fighting anyone in the sanctioning body top 15. But if he chooses a non-ranked foe and loses, the belt will go to the interim title holder, Crawford. Interesting. If you fight a non-ranked foe, adversary, opposition, and you lose, the belt will go to that guy, the interim title holder, Crawford. Wow. While a slew of known fighters in the sport best division resides within the top 15, including number one ranked Zan Desires, second ranked Charles Conwell, former WBA titles Israel Madrimov, and Fundora's planned March opponent Sergey Boychuk, it's believed Fundora and Likowicz will look elsewhere for Fundora's first defense of both the WBO and the WBC belts. One boxing official connected to Fundora's new opponent search said there has been interest in unranked Joseph Spencer, 19-1, 11 knockouts. Imagine that, y'all. Imagine that right there. Just process. I always want to have these moments. To go from a Errol Spence Jr. to a Joseph Spencer. Who wants to see that? Who is asking for that fight? I guarantee you not a casual is looking for that freaking fight right there. You go from a pay-per-view potential. I blame those channels out there that was hyping this shit up. Always talking about they had a source. But you all have been very, extremely disengaged by providing us with the information that we need about Errol Spence pulling out of another fight. Pulled out with Terrence Crawford, pulled out with Sebastian Fundora. That's after y'all cheering and gloating that somehow, some way, PBC had the power to show Crawford. Yeah, PBC had the power to jump out and show Crawford that he ain't gonna just get a second chance over here. He may have got away with it because they said just because Crawford wanted to take a look at the books, Al Haymon would never do business with him again. You remember them saying that in 2022 and 23? How dare he does what's right for business. Anyway, nobody ain't calling for no Joey Spencer. Respect to Joey Spencer. But nobody's trying to see you looking like Erickson Lubin in that motherfucker. Stop it. Nobody's trying to see Joey Spencer fight Sebastian Fundora. Come on, man. Look, we didn't want to see Carlos Ocampo in that bitch, but somehow he went the distance, man. Stranger things has happened. It says Premier Boxing Champions, which promote Fundora, also offers 5th rank Cordell Booker. Now, hold up, wait a hell of a goddamn. If I just told you Joey Spencer we didn't want to see, we definitely ain't trying to see no Cordell Booker. Through a source of mine, I heard they fighter was goddamn touching up Cordell at one point in time. If you know who you is. I heard that particular fighter was breaking him up in sparring. I definitely don't want to see no Cordell Booker. Nothing against Booker. Okay? We definitely ain't trying to see Sebastian. But I guess non-pay-per-view status, you know, it reins in names like this. You know what I'm saying? They turn on the escalator and they start to say, hey, if I call your name, step on the first step and come up to the next floor, and we need for you to fill out some paperwork for a potential opponent for Sebastian Fundora, okay? But Cordell Booker, Although Booker has a planned February 15th bout on his schedule from which he would need to be extricated. So somebody get with Cordell Booker and told him that WCS said, never mind. Between Cordell Booker and Joey Spencer, I don't want to see none of them against Fundora because I just feel like it's going to be a non-productive fight. I know it don't supposed to be 50-50, but even with that percentage the way it is, people are going to look at Joey Spencer and Cordell Booker. In my opinion, they're going to look at it like they're not going to make it the distance. They're going to go in there with the mentality, it's only a matter of time type of thing. It's only a matter of time for this fight. You know, once the bell rings, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. When you hear WCS say it's only a matter of time, that means there's no numbers. There's no percentage connected to it. You know, it's only a matter of time before they get knocked out. I do believe Cordell Booker and Joey Spencer won't make it a distance with Sebastian Fundora. It may be a TKO or whatever, but I just don't see it going the distance. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Let me get over here to the chat right quick. Shout out to the Apostles, ITC Boxing. To you is in the building. Omaha, stand up. What's good? Salute to you. I see y'all. EJ not popping no more. The jig is up. Jerry Jones not buying them tickets. Yeah, I remember when that was mentioned back in the day. You know, Jerry Jones. Well, you know, put it like this, there's Sharp News. You know, a lot of people still are in denial when it comes to Jerry Jones actually saying he bought the house when he fought Carlos Ocampo. But they didn't want to do it. They over there talking about He packed it. He packed it. He packed it out. He packed the house out. I mean, the arena was the arena. Jerry Jones did it to bring more attention to his training facility. Um, but you know, you couldn't tell these guys that he purchased the tickets in there just to pack the house out. They'll always go ahead and mention Mikey Garcia 350. And I'm so look, I am so happy. You just don't know, y'all. I'm so happy that the plumber came in here and removed that motherfucking toilet. I swear, it was never a moment where you can walk towards that topic and not see some shit floating around in there. You know, about the Mikey Garcia aerosol. I don't have to hear that no more. I don't have to hear about the numbers no more. What I want to hear about is why he ain't fighting Sebastian Fundora. What's wrong? Why is he on here having a thread moment with a random fan about pads? When has that ever been an issue for Spence? Why? Look, did somebody fuck him up in sparring? Because, I mean, is Vada there for your sparring partners? Who did you spar? For real, who did you spar recently that tested positive? Why is that even anything? Like, why did he put out the shit boxing is fucked up? Like, didn't you say that before? Are you the only fighter ever to say that the sport is kind of fucked up? Why was he on there? You pro Spence channels. Why was he on there talking about Pez? Why isn't he facing Sebastian Fundora is my biggest question. That's all. PBC looking bad despite having both of the so-called faces of boxing on contract. Last year, Amazon still dumping them. Who is the faces? I don't think Tank is signed with PBC. I think he may have some type of engagement, you know, when it comes contractually to Al Heyman, but I don't think he's signed to PBC like that. It was over when he pulled the wheelchair eye surgery for the rematch. He was on his fraud gimmicks. I'm just trying to see where's the updated information to basically blend in some attention, like investigative attention, in trying to determine why he was talking a random about Peds. Who has popped recently that bled over to affecting him? That's what I'm curious about. Why would he be on there randomly talking about that shit? You know, matter of fact, you know what I mean? Hold up for a second. Hold up for a second, bro. Let me show you something right quick as always. Let me show y'all some. Cause y'all need to see what's puzzling to me. This is puzzling. I mean, 2025 is alive, man. 2025 is all the way live. Real talk. There's a lot of, you know, unique situations that's going on here, and we're not even close to October yet. You usually find some spooky shit like this going on around that time. You know what I'm saying? On the ominous side of life, when everybody want to channel their dark side. But peep this out. Let me bring this first piece of evidence up, okay? So we can kind of sort through this together, all right? Pro bono, of course. And you know, I was really hoping that those other people will try to bring this information up with some details, with some evidence, or something that we can look into and say, hey, this is what we can link it up to. All right. Take a look at this for a second. Let me remove this comment, man. Take a look at this right quick. help me understand certain things. All right. So what you're really saying is niggas really be cheating. I don't know for sure, but I think so. Now, I asked again, why all of a sudden a person that's been out the ring is talking about people be cheating? Who has won a significant bout that affects Errol Spence over there in Texas, or affects whatever camp he's at. It can't be the Charlos. I mean, they haven't fought in quite some time. I'm trying to bring up a location. I'm doing Google Map. I'm doing Google Earth search and satellite view. I'm trying to find out in 2024 who popped dirty that affected him. Spence says this: I really could be training, taking Pez, juiced up for 2 years, taper off and kill someone. It's nothing in place to protect these boxers, especially if you're not an elite fighter. They don't give a F about you. Now, this can't be all about Ryan Garcia, because I never knew Devin Haney to be closely associated with Errol Spence Jr. at the end of the day. So it can't be that he's advocating for something that happened last April 20th. And all of a sudden, 2025, he want to goddamn make his point known, just like when he rolled out on that wheelchair with a Reese's cup and got some wrapper on his eye and goddamn some masking tape. Why would he be up here talking to the multiverse or whatever this dude is? He says, how so? It's changed your entire family lineage. Don't get it twisted and forget where you came from, champ. It could be worse. Why is he giving all these people that's just randomly speaking to him attention? Why? Please, bro. Why are you giving these cats attention? Now, the next two, right? The next two tweets, it may touch your heart. It may touch your heart. Okay? The reason why I say that is because, man, there's so many people that ran out on this man, but now they in the dust box, hiding behind the dumpsters, and they're praying and wishing that, hey, you know, we just want to see you back, champ. I know I let you down by abandoning an aborted mission. But peep this out. Errol Spence, speaking with Boxing Mind TV. We want to see you back in the ring, champ. We want to see you back in the ring, champ. Please. Champ. Yo, champ. Champ, you hear me? I'm down here. Lift up the lid. Yeah, down here. Get your phone light on. Yeah. I apologize, champ. I've been hiding out ever since then. I owe people money, champ. But besides that, champ, we want to see you back in the ring. And what did Spence say? I'll be back when I'm ready. He say, I'll be back when I'm ready, man. Spence said he'll be back when he's ready. What about this tweet right here? I'm giving y'all the best me. Shout out to Blunts for dropping that. Dropping these tweets. I'm giving y'all the best me. Spence say, I'll be back when I'm ready. When is that, y'all? Where are y'all channels up? Where's all the hardcore? Where, Baby Side? I haven't heard you report on them, Baby Side. Dookie Duke. Where you at? Blue? Knockout? Martell? Where are all the hardcore Spence channels? Where are y'all at, man? Why haven't y'all been the same ones that was, chattering a lot prior to the fight? Why is your man's saying that he'll be back when he's ready, and you all don't have a reason as to why he's not ready? All the sources that you say you had long time ago, did the statutory limitations run out? Did y'all forget to put automatic payment in there? I mean, what happened? Y'all don't have auto pay? Did y'all change payment plans? I'm curious. Why aren't y'all receiving updates? Why can't y'all let us, boxing enthusiasts know? Because y'all had the sources. Your sources was telling you everything. Y'all was on good terms back then. Why isn't Errol Spence Jr. returning face Sebastian Fundora? Why isn't he able to do so? I'm demanding answers. I'm demanding the truth. I shouldn't have to get dressed up in my uniform and react that scene. Okay? I want the truth. That's what I want. I want the truth. Why don't y'all have information? Why haven't y'all taken the time to create another private chat and let the people know? Bounce ideas off one another. Get in contact. It seems like the only person that can get in contact with damn near anybody is Trick Nolte. I mean, maybe y'all should contact him for a small fee, and so he can get in contact with these people. He seemed like the only one that can get in contact with everybody else is talking about, hey man, the number I had is now disconnected. Somehow, some way, man. I don't know. They didn't pay their bill. I don't know if they have me blocked, but it says, you have been directed to voicemail. Please leave a message at the tone. Beep. I don't know, man. Y'all can't get it together. I demand answers. Stop talking about what Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing and how it's affecting boxing. No, you all affected boxing. You poison this YTC shit so much with polluted, freaking biased-ass narratives. Why haven't you used those same sources that you say that was telling you all the information to explain to us why Spence isn't able to make it back to the ring? He say, I'll be back when I'm ready. What does that mean? I demand answers. I demand answers. Just like the confidence y'all had back, a couple of years ago. I want to know why he's not heading back. I'm asking you all. I'm seeking out answers. All I want you to do is answer the fucking question. What happened to the membership that y'all had with the sources to be able to call these people up and get some information? Why all of a sudden shit has went dead? It's went silent, bro. I'm disappointed with the variance. The shit ain't spiking no more like I want to. I want to go to the graph and see the spike of interest, man. When y'all was really, the buzz, the signal strength. You know how you look at the signal strength in your connection with Wi-Fi. Take it back up there, yo. I want to go back to when every time I logged into YouTube, y'all had something new about Spence from your sources. So with that said, can y'all please somehow find the signal? Maybe you need to, instead of using Wi-Fi, use a physical connection, okay? Plug directly into the motherfucker and find out what's going on. Why Spence out here talking about pads and why he's up here saying, I'll be back when I'm ready. Him being back when he's ready is telling me that he don't give a fuck about anything else y'all been talking about. Why is he acting like that, bro? EJ's living his best life. Happy hour is about to jump off 2-for-1s specials, extra cherry and strawberry. Damn, I didn't say that, man. I'm trying to keep it somewhat. I'm trying to just put out some SOSs, right? Because I believe the SOSs are overlooked like they were back in the day. When you see a SOS, man, if I say bat signal, everybody know the bat signal. Okay, yeah, I get it. But I'm trying to go back to the old school. I'm trying to, rub two branches together and goddamn set some shit up and damn put some letters in the smoke. I'm trying to send an SOS over there to them pro Spence channels. What's going on? The Honorable Fred Hawthorne was right about the PBC. I can't really put Fred in this because I'm talking about the pro Spence channels. Why haven't they been able to revive themselves? If they need me to order them a defibrillator off of Amazon Prime, I could do that. Real talk. I can do that. Just give me a number. I'm looking at about 10 to 15 right now. Give me a number. But you have to make sure that you sign the paperwork to say that releases me from any liability once you go over there and you fuck yourself up. I need that paperwork. But truth be told, keeping it honest, I want to know why Spence out here talking to randoms on X. Why isn't he headed back to the square, right? And also, why is he talking about Pez? I'm just trying to narrow it down. I say the biggest topic that we've actually witnessed was Ryan Garcia last year. But even that was just a small, you know what I'm saying, just some residue. You know what I'm saying? Of Ostarine. But I'm looking for the big kahuna. Jarrell Miller, he hasn't tested positive in 2 fights back off suspension. So the big kahuna is not even in the question. Who has tested positive recently, yo? So Alicia Baumgartner shit came up and then it dissipated, gone. Now I got to get back to the males. Who has tested positive? It's tested positive, goddammit. I don't know who the fuck is tested positive. That it would affect the Soto, Texas, bro. To have Spence out here talking about a fighter can be on Pez for 2 years. Who? Because last time I checked, Sebastian Fundora fought Tim Tszyu. Let me get a correct date, okay? I want to get a correct date because my thought process isn't the way it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So Sebastian Fundora fought Tim Tszyu March 30th of 2024. Even that isn't registering 2 years. Okay. All right. That's not registering 2 years. So he's not talking about Tim Tszyu. He's not talking about Sebastian Fundora because that was the targeted fighter that he was supposed to step in March of this year. So he's talking about 2 years they can cycle off. Who? So let me go back. Let me look up this guy. Let me look up. So he fought, Errol Spence fought Crawford July of 2023. Right? So it has been 2025. We will come up on the 2nd year anniversary of that. Okay? But truth be told, that in itself is not 2 years. So you can't put the blame on Crawford. That ain't it. So who in the hell is Errol Spence talking about? A fighter can cycle 2 years on Pez and get off. If y'all have the answer in the chat, I definitely would like to know, goddammit. Them content internet insiders, they're not tapped in. They're online fantasy and YouTube boxing promoters. I just want to know one thing, though. I just want to know why the signal. Are you not able to receive updates? I'm saying, is the signal right out there? I put the SOS up, goddammit. Send some carrier pigeons out. Do y'all know how to get with Tyson or something? I know he ain't the only one that know how to do some carrier pigeons. And y'all put them motherfuckers in the air yet with a message on them? I mean, I heard them joints can fly long ass ways all the way up to Texas. Can y'all do me a favor? Just put one on, just sitting out about at least about 20 of them motherfuckers over there to land, you know, because the World Class Furniture Store, the windows are cracked. They have that frost on there, so you can't see on the inside. So the only thing that can infiltrate the stronghold is a motherfucking carrier pigeon. Maybe DJ will be able to grab a letter and send them an anonymous reply back. as to why Spence is unable to face Fundora in his return fight. That's all I want to know. I'm so irritated. I really wanted to see if something can materialize at 154 pounds. Potentially Spence going in here beating Fundora. He gets the WBC belt, and then maybe him and Crawford can have a part 2 that will potentially reignite or, somehow, I'm going with this. If the rematch is able to happen, we can get a resurgence in them guys. Maybe they'll come out of the burrows and be able to rejoin forces for a part 2. I think the boxing fans would like to see that. I think boxing as a whole would benefit from it. I would like to see it, but God damn it, I think Crawford retired that guy. I think Crawford retired him. I'm sick. Hey, shout out to he said Spence got 2 to 3 good years left in him. He'll be back strong at 154. You know what I agree with you on? Yeah, he does have a good 2 to 3 years in life. You know what I'm saying, to carry forward. You know what I'm saying? You should have been more specific. I mean, he's living his life right now. He hasn't fought since July 29th, 2023. So therefore, he's living his life right now. But I would have loved for you to been a bit more detailed. Are you talking about 3 good years left in the ring? Because we know boxing years have different type of seasons. Like the seasons we used to, we go from one to the other. We go from fall, and then we come around here. We can't wait for springtime for that pollen, the pollination to happen, all the goddamn pollen and shit choking motherfuckers out, allergies. But yet the beautiful foliage and flowers that comes from that, right? That's a season that but see with Spence, it's a little bit more stricken. Fall seems like it's all year round. Winter, you know what I'm saying? Winter seems like it's all, like nothing is producing freaking fruits, flowers, foliage. We're not seeing any type of production from Spence. So please be a little bit more detailed if you're still in the building. What's crazy is from a business standpoint, Spence not the biggest. It shows that why he's not fighting, because if he was to fight, what have happened? Hey man, let him know. Shaw News Boxing Management Consulting Agent. I mean, maybe in some type of way. I mean, they need to make that phone call over there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I thought the hands was in the air, waving them like they just didn't care when Fighters First Management came on the scene for Crawford. Are they still there? I mean, I seen all the interviews. Somebody can't get him back on here. Adrian! Yo, Adrian! Where you at, Adrian? All of a sudden they don't know where Adrian's at? I mean, I would like to hear from the brother. Real talk, like, bro, what is going on? Because these goddamn pro Spence channels, they're not even reaching out to Fighters First. He don't have the answers. He got to have the answers. He just didn't stop in and, no. I need to know what's internally going on. Like, please educate us. Somebody look up Adrian, man. Send a signal out there. You know what I'm saying? Put them carrier pigeons in the air. Let's deliver. Shout out to Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. Salute to you, man. He said Errol doesn't want to fight Fundora. Why wouldn't he want to fight and it's going to be on pay-per-view? Let's just say, for instance, he take his second straight loss. I mean, it's money that he has. I mean, that was going to be pay-per-view. That was going to be pay-per-view, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was gonna be pay-per-view, not non-pay-per-view, like Fundora's about to be in now, thanks to his manager. Spence been quiet, his promoter rather. Spence been quiet all this time. Then right before it pops up that he pulls out of the fight, he jumps on X, said, "I'll be back when I'm ready." I could be taking pairs. Boxing is fucked up. I mean, you think that he may have been talking about himself? I don't know, man. I don't want to make that false accusation, and then all these Errol Spence bandits, these individuals that are news gatherers, aka snitches. They would go back and, hey man, WCS over there accusing you of being on Pez. I'm not accusing him of that. I'm just responding to what Blunt said, based off what Errol Spence put out there on X. What do you mean you'll be back when you're ready? Look, we're trying to consciously correlate what you said with Peds. I'll be back when I'm ready. So what are we doing? Are you going to come back when your 2 years is up? I mean, so you can cycle off? I'm just curious, how are we blending? How do we blending this comprehension together? How do we cycle this thought process there, Spence? Where are you right now? I agree. Something just ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Something just ain't right. So was he not ready when he jumped in the ring and told Fundora he got next? He seemed ready to me. Yeah, he seemed ready. And I know how he was ready, because I saw all them Errol Spence fanatics over there jumping up and down, smiling, cheesy, drooling on themselves. They had their phone. They was dropping their phone all over the place trying to get a picture. There he is. And then look, he looked ready to me when he was on Frank Martin's freaking fight week, answering questions. He looked great. He looked great to me, man. You know what I'm saying? He was able to, climb the stairs, go take his seat, sit there the whole time, then answer questions. He was there answering questions, yo. He looked good to me. Looked like he was mobile. Right? Marty was on Fanon today talking about Vada Pez going on about nothing total. Hey, dog. Hey, you notice I didn't mention that guy, bro. You notice I didn't mention that guy. Because it just comes back always. It always takes me back to when, he was somewhat placed in a manner of abortion. Abortion is sensitive to certain people. But it was one point in time where Terrence Crawford had addressed that penis head. He had pretty much put it out there that he wasn't happy with all the bullshit that he was talking about, right? And the shit went kind of viral when he pretty much said, "Your mama should have swallowed y'all." And also he had responded to him when this guy was up here talking about, "Hey man, it's okay, it's blessings, man, it's blessings." He said, No, you don't. You don't respect me. Stop the cap for the media. All you do is lie and hate on me. You're a sucker. I just didn't mention the guy. I just wanted to leave it dormant. You know what I'm saying? Because he was one of the premier prime players, and he can't even come up with the Crawford information. The Spence information. He can't even do it. They talk to all these people. They supposed to have all this paperwork and all this literary, law degree, accomplishments. He's supposed to be one of the more premier legendary attorneys around and all that. Why can't you reach out to some contacts so we can get a little update? You don't have the contact at Tinseltown? Potemkin Village? It's nobody there. What did Potemkin Village have to say about it? You ain't traveled to Potemkin Village and try to ask one of the, people that you see en route. Call them up. See what they have to say. I mean, look. Let me suggest this, y'all. Can any one of y'all get in contact with the pro Spence channels and ask them to basically get together, put their funds together? Because I know them super chats. They love talking about them super chats, boy. Woo-hoo. The donations are so colorful and shit. But tell them to get together and send Spence a care package. That's what I think we need to do right now. Send him a care package. I'm talking about them guys, the pro Spence channels. Show them that you did not abandon him totally. You know what I'm saying? But just send them a care package. Put some motivating, some quotes in there. Not so much all from the Bible, but just go out there and find some Hallmark cards that's uplifting. Because spring is going to be here sooner or later this year. Get some with some colorful tulips, flowers, orchids. You know what I'm saying? Dillies, and shit. Get something that's colorful, roses. Just uplift them, man. That's all. I know you see this shit game. You might been right, bro. Fundora probably would have beat Spence at this rate. I was going for Spence to win that fight because I would have loved to see Spence back in there with Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Conquest, what's good? What's good? Ooh. Be careful. Be careful, man. Don't be an assailant, goddammit, Conquest. Don't come over here being an assailant. He come over here talking about I read it as I. Don't quote me on it though. Let me just slide back in the shadows. You didn't hear it from me. And also, this is an anonymous account. This ain't the real one. I'm going to sell him at the end of the day. So what you're saying is Spence was referring to himself? But hold up for a second. Hold up, man. You're not going to leave that strife here while I'm live, man, and just walk away from it, bro. Now, you trying to tell me a person would get on X and be mad with themselves if they was the ones that was in the 2 year, but it don't make sense. Because Blunt say 500 days. 500 days, yo, it's not 2 years. So how do we put this together now? He's talking about somebody for 2 years. Should we consider the fact of CTE? Should we consider the fact that he may have had a moment where he wasn't all there? I just don't know how to process this shit. He wouldn't talk about himself. He wouldn't drop the dime on himself. Shout out to Bud Gonna Stop Canelo in the building. What's good with it, man? Smoke Session Sports Entertainment. What's good? What's good? I see you. But Conquest, you talking about Spence is speaking about self? So you saying he was attempting to speak in the third person, but really he meant the first? Man, how dare you, man? How dare you, man? In a time like this, man, I am trying to bring people together in 25. They trying to place all the blame on Turkey Al-Sheikh, and I'm trying to say no. You're not going to act like this is a grim reality for U.S. boxing. We have plenty of time to figure this shit out, goddammit. We have had promoters in place to figure this out, and we couldn't do it. We could not do it. As large as this footprint is over here, they want to try to place the blame elsewhere. Turkey Al-Sheikh is trying to take the fighters and all this other shit. What does it got to do with PBC though? Like, I'm serious. Why the PBC fighters one day? Why wasn't they over there at the Ring Magazine Award? Why is there discord when it comes to the absence of these fighters? Why? I just want to ask you pro Spence channels. Did y'all not renew? We want to hear some updated information. The only individuals that can get it is y'all, because y'all had the SOURCES says plural. You had the sources. So the sources, right? What's a timeline for us to get an update? That's all I'm asking. And then y'all have some shit to take care of. Okay, for one, we would like to know who's training Spence right now. Where is he training? Okay, we like to know that because y'all was faking it with false information about Breadman, right? So thirdly, we would like to know through further investigation who was Spence talking about with these pads. I don't care about the "I'll be back when I'm ready" and all this other shit. No. Who was he talking about the pads? Who basically was in here, came across him somehow enough to be on his mind to get on X. Now that's a strenuous process now for him to basically take information that's on his mind and to allow access from the general public to view that information once he make it applicable by pressing send, by pressing that arrow to the right. Why would Spence do that shit? What was on his mind? If he received the information privately, why would he make it publicly? If he received it privately, why would he make it public? Why? You're not that guy. You're not on here talking to your people like that. So why would you make private to public for no reason? That's something we want to know. What are you talking about? We need answers on that. That's all. And then also number 4, I would like to know if you still sign with Fighters First, right? And number 5 is the Grand Kahuna. The Grand Kahuna. I would like to port this question to you, okay? If you don't mind, there, Spence. When shall we see you back in the square? Please. I'm asking respectfully. I just want to ask when you will be back in the square. Why? Because I'm definitely going to be speaking about certain things dealing with Crawford until he steps in there with, when it becomes Cinco de Crawford, when he steps in there with Canelo. Your name may pop up. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gather those who call themselves being your true hardcore dedicated fans. I'm trying to build them up with confidence to rejoin forces and go on a crusade to get you back out here in the public. But if you out here taking private information that was on your mind about pets, is he suspended? Spence ain't suspended. I mean, last time I checked, July 29th, everybody came back clean as a whistle. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be him he's talking about. But I would like to know, Spence, when you're coming back to the ring. We're rooting for you. I just want you to basically motivate your people to rejoin forces and go on this crusade to get your name back out there. That's all I want. I want to go back to the old days, Spence, where they actually fought for your love. They actually fought for your attention. That's all. That's what I want them to do. They gave up too fucking easy. When you was leaning back, right, trying to get away from the Fundora, freaking signing the contract to go for that fight, the final. They wasn't there with their hand on your back, holding you up. No, forward. No, forward. Go forward, Spence, forward. EJ. Big fish. Strap season. Truth. Which one are you going by these days? Forward. Stop backing that. Forward. Listen, please, you're going to regret this, Spence. That's what they should have told you. Hey, we're here to support you. You know what I'm saying? Just like they do those faith challenges, whatever they call them, where they just lean back and drop and those people that really love you and care for you, they catch you. That's what I'm looking for from those individuals that consider themselves to be your fans. I want them to get together and go on a crusade and get you back where you need to be. And that's no sarcasm. This shit is organic as fuck. It's very organic. My fault. I was getting a little emotional because they failed him so bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me. I was having a moment. It's the beginning of the year. It just took me back, man. I apologize to the people if I was going on a tangent. But, you know, I was like, God damn, bro. I just remember all those heated debates and how active YouTube was prior to July. I mean, July isn't the same month it was before they went in there and fought. You can tell by Spence pulling out his fight. Times has fucking changed, man. And I blame Crawford for that, because Crawford changed July forever. Many people can say it was just, you know, it's just going to be relatable to boxing, but I don't think so. I think the way he changed boxing, I mean, the way he changed the sport in itself on that month. You know, you have 4th of July on that month, but also you have the T-Mobile Massacre on that month too. It's almost like having 2 Halloweens now. Seriously. It's almost like you have 2 Halloweens in the motherfucking annual calendar. It's not healthy, yo. You know, the civilians and everybody, they relatable to the freaking one in October, but the boxing fans, the hardcores, you casual, temporaries, them motherfuckers, they gonna remember what happened in July. Shit. They gonna remember the conditions, on how bright the conditions was, how warm and welcoming they were before July 29th. You know what I'm saying? Going off the win that he had against Ugas. You know what I'm saying, in 22. Oh man, they was just bragging so much. They was some pampered, spoiled ass bitches, huh? They was just so happy, talking all that shit that so-and-so was gonna get knocked out. And now we have this right here, man. Unfortunately, we have this right here. You know. I'll be back when I'm ready. And y'all, that's where we got to keep it. You know what I'm saying? This guy's going to continue to be on the milk box. But he said, I'll be back when I'm ready. So it's nothing else WCS can do right now. I don't have any advanced technology. I look, I have some of the best pigeons you can ask for real. But when they bring me back a freaking status report and it's freaking, you know, holes in that motherfucker, that mean somebody over there in Texas was shooting at them motherfuckers. And I can't be losing my carrier pigeons. I got confidence in them, but no, I can't do that. Somebody, you know, was freaking taking shots at them. We can't have that. But anyway, man, shout out to the hottest chat in MF and Game, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. We will continue to keep ourselves closely invested in this situation dealing with Spence and why he pulled out with Sebastian Fundora. We are looking for answers. We are looking. We are soul searching, goddammit. But one thing's for sure: hold them pro Spence channels accountable for the egregious actions and abort mission just because he lost one freaking fight. He lost one freaking fight. If this helps it any, I'll put a placebo up there. I give you this placebo right here. Just like a little aspirin. You know what I'm saying? This is the way it used to look. I apologize for putting 2-time undisputed up there before he actually became 2-time undisputed. But I'm just saying, at that point in time, that's how it looked. Everything was clean. Everything was just clean. 28-0, 39-0. Oh. I mean, I just put the information out there, man. Just this man still haven't stepped in the ring since then, man. God damn it. Box wreck. Why did you have to highlight this fight like this? Why is Avanesian, who they just shitted on so bad, why is he even part of the company? You know, in a way, if you're looking back at it in hindsight to the current, Avanesian being flatlined in the 6th round has even came back to fight since December 10th, 2022. You aerosexuals, you have never been faithful. You have never been true and loyal to Spence. You just used the momentum that he had and the factor that he was a popular fighter over there in Texas. That's all you do. You used the man. And then when it didn't come out your way, you went back to spending all the shit that was fucked up is that you spent too much time on Crawford leading up to the fight when you should have been boosting up Errol Spence just like the Crawford fans was doing. We was boosting up Crawford and saying what he was going to do to Spence. Y'all was busy talking about Crawford and what he can't do in there with Spence. You was busy telling him what he couldn't do rather than talk about Errol Spence and what he could do. You fucked up. Until next time, man, y'all hold it down. Peace.